It's about that time. Defiance 2050 beta gameplay on the PS4. So we've already taken a look at the PC beta, and I was impressed. Very playable, very pretty. And I can see a little bit of a graphical enhancement here. I mean, it looks good on the 360 and the PS3 as it sits, but
I hope whoever was in there is still alive somewhere.
going next gen with this thing, and I couldn't be happier about it. Not that I wasn't still already just pumped about Defiance and going back to it on the 360 anyway, but that's largely in part to the fact that we know that it's coming to current gen, and there's new changes, and there's new upgrades, and there's new streamlining of gameplay, and oh my god, I can't take it. So let's play. This just feels great. Hellbug Skitterlings. If you're just joining us, we are checking out the PS4 Beta Defiance 2050 gameplay. Was thrilled to get an invite for this. We have not yet received one for Xbox One. But hey, I'm just tickled to death that we're even doing this. We're going to be playing a lot on Xbox One because I have a 360 character to transfer. That's not as big of a deal, obviously, in the beta, as this isn't permanent, any of this. But it is still super fun to play. I'm going to tell you, if you've ever had, you've never had more fun than this on a beta that wasn't going to carry over to a main game. We maxed the original Defiance beta out. Me and a whole handful of friends, my brother-in-law, we were just whooping this thing's butt. Again, knowing that none of that was going to carry over, and it didn't matter. I mean, we were so stoked about it. It was so much fun. Starting over in this game, not a problem, even if that's what was having to happen. But we know that certain aspects will and won't transfer from the original game. But I think a lot of that's going to have to do with inventory and weapons, since there's a new scaling system, a new rating system on your overall power rating based on what's in your inventory, and a complete new way to upgrade, level up, rank up, and perk your freaking weapons out. So since that's new, I could see if inventories have to start anew. But as you know, if you've played this franchise before, that's not a big deal, man, because you can find all kind of stuff. Loot is the name of the game. This is not a game that you have to spend real money on, and if you do spend real money, you know what you're going to be getting for that money, so it's not really a gamble. You're always going to get something good that you can use, and if it's not up to snuff, you can customize it, add mod slots, you know, make it your own. Every gun can be made viable. This is such a freaking great MMO. Poop on anyone that thinks otherwise. You're missing out. Free to play. Can't beat it.
Body. This is a tragedy. I'm estimating the death count to be at least 300.
How awful.
This is a deceased Von Bach Industries technician.
There's going to be a lot more Defiance live streaming to come, including but not limited to, hopefully, a look at the Xbox One beta, and then all the subsequent gameplay from there on out when this thing launches later in the year. So make sure that you like this video and that you subscribe to the Emceemur show. Come for the Defiance. Stay for unboxings of large collector's editions and other great day one launch day live streams. All the hits, everything hot, and then plenty of niche titles that you may not have heard of as well, because we do crazy things here.
Whether Mr. Von Bach is alive or dead, he doesn't appear to be near the crash site. I think we're going to need some assistance in finding him. I'm receiving an SOS from Captain Grant now. I'll patch it through.
Repeat. All unarmed and injured survivors, get to cover and stay put. We will find you.
Wonderful.
All combat-capable survivors, report to the
Sprint!
Freedom Rally Point, ASAP.
Hey, Arc Hunter. Did you get that E-Rep message?
Chick can run and chick can jump, that's for sure. I'm interested to see if there's any new ego tactics and stuff in this than there were on the original. Run! We're going to get our wheels here in a minute, and it's going to be alright.
I want to know why E-Rep's here. Let's find the man in charge.
Repeat, the new freedom has gone down. Heavy casualties suffered. Does anyone copy? Captain Grant, sir. The terraforming interference
Keep
is...
trying, Corporal. You keep talking to that thing until your voice gives out. Do you understand?
Sir.
I recognize you. You're one of Von Bach's army. But who are you? And what are you doing in my base of operations?
Name's Cass.
You know, I can't guarantee that I won't play this on all platforms just for the hell of it. I mean, why not? It's not costing me anything. I've paid to do much stupider. Captain Retro has joined us with an astounding hooray! As is his call sign.
We don't have nearly enough medical personnel or supplies, sir.
Recon spotted a rundown medical center nearby.
Shadow the Oblivious has joined us with an even more resounding cowabunga. Party's getting started.
Sir, survivors on decks 4 through 7 will likely burn alive.
That will not happen, Sergeant.
Pull everyone back, but you tell those men trapped in the Strato that we will get them out.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Eisenhower. Those snipers used to be EMC. Just a bunch of bloodthirsty mutants now.
You're telling me that those things
Those
are Earth military
things.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome. Can't wait for the Southern Fried Gaming Expo. That's going to be off the hook. We'll have Big John in the house for that. I don't know if any of his other camp is coming with him or not, but he's down. He's committed.
Humans and Votans living in perfect harmony. What a bunch
This chick has an eyebrow ring. She got a stud in her eye. I don't know if I asked for that, but I got it.
Nope. You're on your own with that, Mr.
This is Sally Snurfler. Second new character in a week made for this game.
No matter how much it pisses me off, protecting your arrogant boss is critical to this mission.
Alright, Sally.
Help me bring some sand.
You and your little pigtail pony nubs, you're going to have to take care of business.
Alright then. I need to get my rescue team into New Freedom immediately, so take care of those snipers. Where do you think you're going, miss? You're gonna tell me everything you know about this restricted area that you...
God, look how wrinkly the dude's skin is. I'm having trouble seeing if the character models are really any different from the original version. The graphics look a little shinier. I mean, I guess as well they should. But, you know, I wasn't even asking for any of that. This game is not on the chopping block to me. It's just... It was already great. Just to be able to get it on current gen consoles is exciting enough. Yeah, the beta's the full thing. It's just none of this is going to carry over. So, I mean, you can play as much of it as you want, but you're going to have to start again when the game actually comes out. Which sounds awful, but for some reason it just wasn't with the first one. It was just like, we had so much fun in the beta that we were just thrilled to death that such a product was guaranteed and was coming our way. So... But yeah, while this is open, shoot, yeah, you can play it till the dadgum cows come home. We don't have a ride, so we're going to use our sprint ego tactic to run a little bit faster, shave some time off our trip. So Defiance is, you know, I don't like the overly used term post-apocalyptic, but I guess in a way it kind of was an apocalypse. These aliens come to the planet because they have nowhere else to go, and they basically immigrate to Earth without our permission, and along with them come the Hellbugs, which is a much more massive extermination than your local Orkin man is prepared to take care of. The show, as far as I know, is still available through Sci-Fi. If you want to stream some of the episodes, I highly recommend it. Defiance was a great show. But this was the first product of its kind where a show and a game would fully interact, where characters would leave the show and then appear on the game, you know, the following week, and vice versa, where extra like DLC codes for bonuses would be hidden in the episodes on the show, and if you could find them, you could put them in the game and get loot. I mean, why isn't anyone else doing this? I mean, it seems like a ridiculous idea, ridiculously good. Shadow, that sounds intriguing, and I wish to subscribe to your newsletter. Love hearing about pickups and connections being made. It's up to us to rescue all these old games from obscurity and dank, damp basements and garages everywhere. Neutralize the mutant camp. Pistol salvage. So again, as we talked about in the last episode, all the salvage now is model specific, and it'll all be used in the idea of upgrading specific classes of weapons. It's Freddy Krueger's basement. Hey, I ranked 3rd in that. Alright. Return to the E-Rep camp.
I think you and I have a bright future
I think we do too.
Your team is clear. They're heading into the new freedom now.
Looks like you convinced Grant that us
God, her
Archons are
voice. I don't know if I can take it. I think I made the wrong selection. I picked the psychotic voice. I thought I might give her some flavor. Like the Wicked Witch of the West.
And a lot more guns.
Seeing a little bit of screen tearing here and there, it almost seems like. And that may have to do with the fact it's a beta, but probably is. Not much outside of not even wild horses would keep me away from playing more of this game at this level, so.
Nice. We have access to a runner now. You can use it whenever you want to get around faster.
I do want to get around faster. Read my mind. Captain, I will check those out when this adventure concludes. You can bet. Everybody's going to get the same missions. So you're going to get to these things, and there's other people be helping you, but it's not a big deal. They can't take your loot, you know, so.
I'm picking up a distress
It's
signal
important to
from
note
Captain
that there's
Grant's
seamless PvP that you can go into in this
help.
game, and that's where you can fight other players. But other than that, all they can do in this single player is just help you. It's just a great big world of people doing their thing. And it works on a level, to me, that's just better than some of the other ones out there, like ESO and stuff like that. It's just, people around are a lot less of a nuisance than they are in some of those other games. They don't detract from, you know, when you're in a medieval type MMO and you're trying to explore a cavern and you're trying to get that whole sense of exploration. It's not just you in the dungeon, it's you and 50 other people in there riding rainbow colored spiders and unicorns, and it's just like, this is just silly. I mean, it loses something at that point. Which, I mean, that comes with the territory, but that doesn't mean I have to enjoy them.
Got hostile mutants moving
And I guess that's why those games are just such a tough sell for me. But not this. This just does it. Does it for me. Right in this grundle sack.
Mutants coming in from
See,
the
we
west.
got people all over the place here. But it just ensures that we're going to get done with this quicker and I'm not going to get killed. Sally Snurfler is in the house. Yeet, Sally Snurfler. Get in there, Sally. Feel better already. We got some green loot on the bridge over there.
Thanks for the assist. We'll get this truck running and meet you at the medical clinic.
A shell power barrel. So that's going to be a mod for shotguns. Put a little bit more range and damage on them probably.
This place is crawling with more mutants.
I am time.
When we get one, that is.
You have acquired a weapon mod. You can use it to personalize your equipment. That's an uncommon piece of equipment. It'll be more effective than standard gear.
Couldn't figure out how to get the dadgum vehicle to boost on the PC mode. I mean, I know it did, but God, I couldn't find the key that would do it. Detour. How are you still alive after that, you goon? Dude, this just in. You died. Good Lord Almighty. Oh. Eat it. Eat it. Not a lot of loot. Alright, I could just call the car, but we're going to run. We're close. Yeah, you know, betas are old hats to these guys. I mean, it was amazing how well the first one ran, and this is no different. It's kicking butt.
Radios are down. So once the targets are cleared,
And you still have time to get in on the beta if you go to tryon.com and just sign up for it. You could potentially get an invite. It's going to go through the weekend. And try it out. And see if it's something you love. Oh! Love the pistols in this game. We're joined by cool as Robert Payne, and it ain't a live stream till Robert Payne gets there. Welcome, RP. Good to have you, buddy. Playing that Defiance beta, this time on the PS4.
Alright, they'll need all of that for field surgeries. We got him! Nice work. Now let's get to the roof and signal the medics.
Let's do it. Assuming there's stairs in here. Yes? No? Maybe? Oh, they're already up there. They'll get them. But it sounds like we got company again. Well, somebody's just shooting to shoot. There we go. We got a ramp over here. Another power barrel. A better shield. Might have to change to that. Ah, I got here first.
Tango in sight. Advancing.
Let's see if we can make some quick changes to our loadout, although this is not the time or the place.
Wait, those are mutants.
Yeah, we got them coming in. We better wait.
This is not what I signed on for. Look for cover.
We need to clear this area of hostiles.
Shit! I've been hit.
I didn't get a grenade with my initial loadout, which is strange. That almost felt like a bug, because it's part of the tutorial, and they were asking me to shoot and throw, and I didn't have the grenade when I went to throw it. Not that we won't loot one later on, because we will.
I'm detecting more mutants on their way.
But it'd be nice to have a grenade right now. I see a nice little sweet spot. I would like to throw one. Got us some salvage. See ya.
Tango sighted.
Sally Snurfler coming in second. Yeah, you know, finding TurboGrafx stuff in the wild, that's something I can only speak of doing one time.
Area secure.
Oh, I got a grenade, got a grenade, got a grenade. Sweet. Yeah, that's an exciting thing, man. I'm stoked for you. Can't wait to see that pick up. TurboGrafx is so exotic. And for someone that has one, I sure don't spend much time with it. And that's going to change soon, because we're really trying to angle some of our Tuesday night live streams toward more exotic system streaming, as we are equipped to do that. What is this guy doing? So yeah, we're definitely going to take a look at some TurboGrafx games in the not too distant future. Are we done here? Because if so, I got loadouts to make. Let's look at our loadouts. Look at all the stuff we got. Alright, so the assault carbine weighs in at about 174 on the damage. Better fire rate on that SMG, though. I'm almost thinking that's the way to go. And then this rifle, that's what we were using. So we're going to go with that. We're going to equip the frag grenade because we need it. Our current shield is a 1312 capacity. 20% recharge per second. Look how much durability we've got in this thing. So that just upped our game big time. Mucho big time. So now that the game is class-based, that's going to make different egos available to certain characters. So this is going to be a different way to play this game. We are joined with DGC. Yeah, I do sound a little bit better today. The steroid shot in the buttocks seemed to be what we were missing from the regimen. I do feel much better now, so... Not 100%, but much better. I haven't had bronchitis in ever. God, I was really in a bad way there for a few days. But lots of videos coming out this weekend. It's going to be a busy weekend on the Emceemur show. Okay, so like my shield is like yellow now? So that's something different? I think it had a buff to repair or whatever. Did I see that right? Yeah, because the durability is higher than it was even stock. So Minus 1.5 seconds in armor repair delay. So it's actually got a perk on it. That is sweet. Liking that. We got another shield here that's not as good. So we can break those down into components on another screen. Not worried about that right this second, though. We got stuff to do. Let's look at the map. The map. The map. The map. The map. We got some side missions there. We might as well just ride to them. Oh, we're way down here. Well, hell, we'll just go right here then.
Pedal to floor.
Scenic route! What these a screech?
These tests of skill will allow you to compare your performance with other Arc Hunters.
A tranquility sprint. I don't know if I'm ready for challenges just yet. I want to kill some people. I want to get more loot. So we'll come back to that. There's some issues going on here. What do we got? I think they've got it under control.
I've got a job that's catered for you. I'd do it myself, but
Yeah, we got you,
I'm
Cass.
not in the right state of mind.
I know where to go. Let's roll.
Yeah, we're right at it. Yeah, you know, DGC, we played it so hard and so long, and eventually it was just like we stopped for a while because, I don't know, you move on to other things, and I always wanted to go back, so we have a chance to do that now, and hopefully you and I will get to play some of this, and anybody else in our network that wants to give it a try for that part, you know, for that matter, it's not going to cost anything to play it, that's for sure. Looking forward to having access to this. Some of that, big boy. What is? Eventually they changed it to where instead of your grenade having a cooldown, you actually did have a payload of them. So you have to restock them after a while. You want to scrap? We'll scrap. Look at this guy up here. Unbelievable. Alright, well here's what we were supposed to get. We got some rocket launcher salvage, pistol salvage. We want as much as that as we can get. First thing I want to build is a really boss pistol.
Let's get these materials back.
So I'm thinking we're just going to put this in the drop box. Oh, yeah? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were done. Was not aware.
Retiring to Antarctica? No.
Y'all want to go? We'll go. See ya. Punk. Man, they're all over the place. Where's he off to? Can't even shoot him. Alright then. Got another mission right here. Tranquil Service Part 2. We're joined by Roaming Dan. Welcome, Roaming Dan, to our impromptu live stream of the PS4 Defiance Beta gameplay.
Let's move.
And you know that I can't get enough of that. I can't remember if this tunnel's blocked or if we can get out down here. No, I think it just curves around. Whoa! Not what that mutant particularly wanted done. And here we are.
I put our objective on the map. Let's go.
Well, alright then. Yeah, Dan, if you would like to try this weekend, there is still time to go to tryon.com and put in for a beta code. It's going to run through the weekend. Won't cost you nothing to try it, won't cost you nothing to play it, and you may just fall in love. Whoop. And over here, we'll get the last generator on. Babuga.
I know where to go. Let's roll. Hostiles detected.
Eat it. Have a seat. Have a seat. Is this game live multiplayer? Well, you know, I'm pretty sure that you could... I'm pretty sure we partied up in the original beta. I mean, in fact, I know we did. So, yeah. I mean, the actual game itself, definitely. You can have, you know, 4 people in a party. And in the same way, go seamlessly in and out of missions, PvP, anything you want to do together. Fast travel to each other's locations. Yeah, it's great. Savage Beast BMF in the house. Welcome to our live stream, sir. But yeah, you know that I can't say enough good things about this game. I don't even know what it is about it so much that I just had so much fun with it. The game is just fun. Light machine gun salvage. Look at all of them coming out. Here, get some of that, big boy. Woo! I looted something green. The color codings would mean the same as they do in Borderlands. As far as the rarity of the weapons, you can get all the way up to epic and legendary stuff. You can upgrade stuff to where it's almost as good as those things. Which is why, if you're willing to grind and you're willing to work, there's no need to spend real money on the game. You can, and you don't even really get that much of a decided advantage. You just might get things quicker. But it's all there for you to get, and that's great. Absolutely great. So our power rating is 106, and that's something new now with that. It tells you pretty much based on what you have as far as weapons at your disposal, what your ranking is. Whereas ego rating was more just experience in a level. It didn't really define you as far as what you had. We've got 2 loadouts right now. Normally you'd have all of them lit up across the board, but again, this is the beta. Do I see a downgrade in graphics and performance versus the PC, Dan says, and yes, I do, but I think that's because my graphics card is pretty beast. It does look better on my PC, it really does. But this is an increase over the 360 version by just a little bit. It looks better, so. DGC, that video is probably going to be uploaded Sunday like we talked about. I think we're going to go for maybe around lunchtime. We're going to put that one on there. We also have a special Murcast coming your way this weekend, so stay tuned for that. We're also hopefully going to be getting another podcast in the books with Captain Retro here pretty soon. I'll also keep you posted on that. We are joined by Angel Soul TV. Welcome, Angel, to our impromptu live stream of the PS4 beta of Defiance. Did not get an Xbox invite, but they got us in on PS4, so that's cool. Lucky Collector is here and says, what is this game? This is Defiance 2050, and the most fun that you, sir, are ever going to have on an MMO. Says me. It's just that good. Yeah, we gotta go here next. Angel hooked us up with a code on the PC, which was right neighborly of her. Otherwise, we wouldn't have got to have seen that. And I feel privileged to have seen that because it kind of broke me in. You know, I don't do PC gaming at all, and it feels so wild when I actually do. It feels so wild that we actually have a computer in the house finally that's capable of, pushing something like that. So circling back to Dan's question, yeah, I mean, this game looked legit. Whoa. On the dadgum PC, buddy. And then again, I've got a decent graphics card in there, so as well it should. But that's why the PC master race people exist to begin with, man. They just, you can, if you know how to do all that stuff, if you have the money for all that stuff, if you have the patience to deal with all that stuff, you can get an ultimate gaming experience that you yourself dial in to just absolutely walk on water. But I've not had any of those things up to this point, or mostly just hadn't wanted to fool with it, because I'm a vintage computer guy, man. I love vintage computing. I love vintage computer software. We're about to start a whole new series here on the Emceemur show of Let's Plays on vintage computers, Commodore 64s, Atari 400s, and especially my favorite, the Atari 1040 ST. Absolutely love that stuff. But man, I've really had to take some crash courses and stuff to really get used to what hardware and everything is and means and does now, and learning how to build a PC. I mean, there's a lot to it. And then when you're done, it's just like, oh well, that wasn't so bad, but you gotta get your feet wet. Yeah, no God of War spoilers now. I'm not done. I've been playing that every night, though. It's so many damn puzzles, man. How many freaking hours are you spending having to do freaking puzzles? There's so many of them. And, I get through them. It's not that. It's just, my God, there's one every 10 feet. Dan says, since I already played a lot of this game, will it take a back seat when I get other day one releases? Not necessarily. There will be ongoing series on it because of how much I love it. There's going to be a lot of new things in this to experience that maybe there weren't already, and not all of that is even clear to us yet, as this is still a work in progress. But no, we're still going to pay just as much attention to other things. We got Black Ops 4 this year, and that's just scratching the surface of how much great day one stuff's going to be coming your way. Even in the next month, I think we've got 6, count them, 6 day one releases. It's stupid. It's absolutely ridiculous how much content is coming your way right here on the Emceemur Show. Speaking of Atari computers and talks, we got to get an Atari 100 XL with a bunch of seats for $60. That's probably a pretty good deal, Shadow. I paid $40 for the 400, and it didn't have accessories or anything. It just had a couple of games with it. I mean, it was pretty though. It's in great condition, and it runs like a scalded cat. But yeah, I'm not up on what the prices are currently, but I would bet $60 is probably a good deal if it comes with extra stuff. Games and peripherals for those old systems are not cheap. So it sounds like you're going to do all right there. But yeah, a lot of vintage computing coming our way very soon right here on the show. I cannot wait for that. Yeah, God of War was a day one purchase. I knew that from the announcement of the game. Like, done. I'm not even a God of War nut or anything. It's just the look of that game. I'm like, God, you don't think that's going to be off the hook? It's off the hook. And it is. It's off the hook. The combat is so much fun. It's a beautiful game. It really shows what this console is capable of. And your TV, God willing, it's powerful enough to push it. HDR and all that good stuff. Buffing it out there in some 4K on a Pro model. I've got a lot of upgrades in that department to make this year too, but you know, in good time.
I've got a job that's catered for you. I'd do it myself, but...
All right, Cass, so we got you. We got you, girl.
Let's roll.
I gotta go back up here now? Is she making me do the mission over again? Surely not. And that's the thing, is you can replay things in this game as many times as you want. Once you do the campaign, you can do it again. It's not like you're going to quit getting loot or anything. Why are we having to do this again? And there's already people in there taking care of it, so maybe this isn't the same thing. Although I'm pretty sure it is.
I'm detecting mutated organic life. Looks like there's a group of mutants on
Yep,
the way.
there it is, and they can have a grenade. Wadoosh! We're joined by Mainly Gaming. Welcome, Mainly. Good to have you on the scene, sir. Ah, let's get down in the fray. I think I got one on my 6 here. Who is tagging me over here? Have that. Have you one of those. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it. There's one hiding back here. Look at him. Look at him. Have a seat. Light him up. Yeah, I can tell you, DGC, the more I get
One is tougher than the others.
involved in PC building and, you know, having more capable hardware on hand here, I'm probably liable to do more of that as well. And there's so much that PC gets in the RPG genre, and Roaming Dan will tell you that, that I get left out on the cold on, because it either comes out much, much later on console, or not at all. We talked about Divinity 2. I think Angel said she was into that. And, you know, if you've ever streamed some of that, by God, let me know. I'd like to watch some of that. But, yeah, that's a perfect example. We don't have Divinity 2 on the dadgum consoles yet, but it's out. You know, and I'd love to be playing that. Divinity Original Sin is so killer. Lucky Collector asked, are we still doing D&D? I meant to address that, and yes, we are, in ways that you just wouldn't even imagine. We're going to get back to sessions here next week. Some of our people have been sick, including me. And, you know, Captain's there. He's ready to film and edit this stuff. We got more stuff coming your way very shortly on that. So finally hitting the ground running on that. And I'm also looking in doing some playing on, you know, live streaming on screen D&D with some of you guys. And we'll have different groups set up for that eventually. So a lot of big advancements being made in that department. We're joined by Ty Lord Stevens, and welcome, Ty Lord. Good to have you, sir. A past best forgotten. This is the next part of this side mission, though, so we got a bit of a drive ahead of us.
Be careful. These guys are tough as nails.
They're tough as nails. Well, we're not stopping to mess with them. We're on the road. I haven't seen a lot of hell bugs yet. Could have pulled off and saw some there if we wanted to. This looks good. I mean, I can tell a graphic upgrade. It's not a huge one, and I didn't expect a huge one, because Defiance already looked good. And I'll quote the devs on that, you know, as far as making a new game, they didn't want a new game either. They liked the game they had, and I liked the game they had. So it really didn't need a lot of improvement, but any new content and anything that they feel is legit streamlining of the processes in this game, I'm certainly not going to scoff at. Bring it on. Because I think that they are really in touch with the community. I think they really listen to the community as far as suggestions and what would go over big. And I think they're really aiming toward that, and that's great. Wadanka. Wadanka.
Want to make some script? I have a job that fits you like a glove.
I know where to go. Let's roll.
Ugh. Tried to check me in the face with a gun. Alright, so we came here to go to a checkpoint, and now we're going to go drive to another checkpoint. Rescue the E-Rep techs. Alright, we'll help them.
We've got mutated soldiers incoming. We got more mutants
Oh,
incoming.
I'm sure we do. I love their helicopters. I love the artwork, the design of everything in this game. I love the artwork of the guns, and I love how it changes as you modify the specific weapons. Literally millions of weapon combinations in this game. There's no such thing as just having all of them. I mean, you might as well just say it's infinite.
No good! Tango sighted! Glad you came along. Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, we got an event going on up here. It's a Shadow War or something. What's going on up here? Okay. The poop just popped off. What's going on? A hellbug swarm. We're taking a detour. We're gonna put our thrusters on. We're gonna drive to the Hellbug Swarm. We're gonna have what we want done. We're gonna have oh so much fun. We're gonna get the weapons that we want done. Oh yes we are. Kick it in high gear, pigtails. We got a Hellbug Swarm to get to, and it is not close by. That's where you start getting the Duke. You know, these random frickin' things that just happen in this game, that's where you get really good loot. Just go to these frickin' arc falls and these frickin' outbreaks of stuff and hellbug infections and whatever. And get in on that, and that's where you get your key codes and where you get your frickin' good loot. And oh my god, hellbugs. Well, we asked for it. Here they are. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I got my poop shoes on. So, you know, in a world of games where people want an open world and then they complain where they get one, they're like, oh, now there's too much place to explore and too much empty space. Well, it's not like that. There can be stuff going on in any area of any of the maps in this game. It's absolutely huge and it's absolutely gorgeous. The beta, the site is Tryon, T-R-I-O-N. Tryon also does Rift and Trove, which is got that kind of Minecrafty looking one you might have seen. So they have a lot of great games on their website. A lot of them aren't much different than this game. They just, I mean, this was patterned, I believe, after Rift from what people tell me. But you know, if that's the case, that might be a game I like too. But it's only so much time in my life. So as far as MMOs go, I picked this. Look at all the salvage we're getting over here. Getting hooked up. There are people all over this thing. I'm gonna grill some burgers. That's what I want done. Well, I say that, we just went and had Japanese. Dropped upwards of a C note on frickin' a Monarch Hellbug. Oh my god, it was good. I had Oliver drinking the soup that they bring you out, the little, like the beef broth with the mushrooms in it. And he was just going, nummy, nummy, nummy. So he even drank mine. So he had a good first experience. He's been to one before, but he's a lot more alert now. Now that he's almost 20 months old. Damn! Blew that sumbitch up. He got a big kick out of it, of course, when they lit the fire on the grill. That's always a big moment for youngins. Hibachi rules. Alright, there's something green over here, and I have a blue shield, so this may or may not be any better. The blue is a step above, and it has a perk, so I'm probably going to be sticking with the one I have. But it's okay when you get loot that's not as good. That all just breaks down into more resources to improve the loot that you do have. And if anything, the loot drops in this game have gotten more fair, not less fair. There's so many games trying to... coming up on a Murcast, we're going to be talking about this. Games that diminish the value of their own frickin' microtransactions in an attempt to make you buy more. That doesn't work. That just makes people quit paying you. They quit playing your game. And they quit paying you money. That's not the way to do it. I've actually had some epic drops recently in Defiance, which at its beginning you hardly ever got, and that wasn't a problem. You don't expect to get epic stuff every drop. You also don't expect it to be like Destiny either, where you get nothing. Yeah, and that is a good point there, Savage. Make sure that you drop a like on this video, because that's what I want done. But yeah, you know, Defiance is doing it right. Next thing you know, I mean, I'm finding epic stuff laying around, and not to a point where it's off balance now. I mean, I found it in an arc fall full of incredibly powerful enemies. You know, I did the work to get it, but I got it. So it made that whole part of the game that I played that much more rewarding, in a sense. And when a game's throwing you a bone, you don't mind paying for extra meat sometimes. And again, I need to stress that it is just not a necessity, and I don't think you're ever going to feel like you need or like you have to spend money on this game. But you may feel like you want to, because in most cases you're going to know exactly what you're getting. You're not buying some pack at a chance you might pull this skin. You're getting the skin, and it may come with a few things attached. That's all. I mean, there's so much shit going on right now about countries making loot packs, gambling. These are all topics we're going to be covering on future casts as well. But as long as it's clear and it's stated what you're getting, and that be for the purpose of, you know, that it's just extras, there's nothing unfair about that. It's not stuff you have to play the game. It's not stuff you have to enjoy the game. It's just content. And you got to remember, if the game is free, well, they got to make some money somehow. So, I mean, yeah, there's nothing about the business model for this game that I don't like. There are some seriously big hell bugs going on here. We got more coming our way. Lava grenade into the mix there. This is going so swimmingly because there's so many freaking Arc Hunters here shooting. I will say it's been more challenging on 360 lately because there's still a lot of people playing the game, but you know, define a lot. There are instances where you're in an art fall or an event and there's maybe only 2 or 3 people there and you're very alone. And you know, at the level my character is, I can usually handle it, but sometimes you do feel a little outmatched. As you see here, look at all the people playing this. And that's a good sign because we want to know that this is going to have as healthy a community now and on next gen as it once did when it previously launched on the last gen consoles. So, oh my god, Monarchs, 2 of them. Oh, he's coming up the stage. Yee, yeah, here he comes. Whoa, Jesus. Whoa, Jesus. We're gonna self-revive. Shoot up with some nuke. I'm gonna shoot at you from down here. I'm really more comfortable with that. You don't go toe-to-toe with a Monarch. Trying to get him in his belly there. He takes more damage. Cray cray with the baby. Yeah, that it is. I'm Mr. Mom first and everything else second. Wrestling my little turkey turd. But he's learning quick. Pretty soon he'll be self-sufficient. Got a hold of Molly's old VTech Moby Go, and he's playing some Marvel superheroes on that thing. And he actually did his first rage quit the other night. I was really proud of him. He got mad and he just threw it across the room because Iron Man wasn't doing what he wanted done. So there you go. Your first rage quit. Am I supposed to be proud of that? I don't know. Maybe I'm not. Is that a proud moment? You wouldn't have had that in a 1970s, 1980s baby book. His first rage quit. I hear him though. Those VTech games are highly annoying.
We got more Volge incoming.
It might be Try on Worlds. Just Google Try on Worlds and it'll come right up. If you Google Try on Defiance Beta, it will take you to the sign-up page. And we just got a Von Bach model sniper rifle, which is going to be off the hook. I believe we have some parts we can put on it. There are hell bugs all over this thing. But look at all the loot we're getting. This is why you come. This is why you come to these parties. Oh, crikey. Try to give some support fire up here.
We got more
Volge? When did the Volge get here? The Volge are a race of like cybernetic creatures that really are tough customers. And you know, a lot of these monsters and creatures didn't show up till later in Defiance. You know, as they showed up on the show, they show up in the game, and it's like it was just ever evolving. And oh my God, look at this! We got a auto boomer, legendary grenade launcher. I'm about ready to pull that some bitch out right now. Let's go in here and see if. Oh God, no! I was gonna slip back here and try to change my loadout, but I think the Hellbugs have other plans. Well, here he comes. Jesus! If you step in Hellbug poop, you walk slower for a time. That's known as poop shoes. Look at all the perks on this sun gun. And that sniper rifle, though. Okay, one thing at a time. These things can be bad or good. If they don't have the right damage perks, often you can do more damage. Oh, we got a special frag grenade too. Oh my God, the loot that we're getting is just off the chinene. Back in the hole. We'll go back in here in my little pea corner and we're gonna check out that grenade. Because what we had before is just a regular common grenade. No, that's not what I did. Grenade. It's got a higher payload. Why did it change my loadout? No. All right, let's test this baby out. Got a man down. Yeah, I'm gonna help people. I'm that kind of player. But so many people aren't, man. So many people don't revive you in these games. And it's just like, that's so dick. And in most cases, you get rewards for having done it anyway. So why wouldn't you help somebody? Oh, I got my poop shoes on. You got to roll to get your poop shoes off. Hey! Titus is in the house. Hey!
We got more Volge incoming.
I didn't see no Volge, man. What Volge they talking about? YouTube side of this looks really grainy. It looks alright on my software though. If anybody sees any issues with audio or video, let me know, but you just never know with YouTube. It behaves when it wants to. Adapted monarch. What is he adapted to? We have a glitching Hellbug. We got Hellbug parts everywhere. Well, we took a detour from our main objective there, finishing that side quest, but you know what? It's okay. Because we're getting a lot more out of doing this. Stage 13. How many more stages have we got? A shield. Look at all these people too, and it's like it's not a bad thing because you're taking on huge targets. A shield. What in the world was that just took off? Everybody's frozen in place. That can't be good. Alright, that was it. That was the siege. Game Over 86 is in the house. Welcome. Good to have you in the stream, my good sir. Sign up for the closed beta weekend. Yeah, hopefully you will, man. Yeah, apparently that was it for the stages. You never know on some of these. And we got a random gear chest. Yeah, we are almost out of time for this stream, but there's a few things I want to look at first. We're going to look at our box that we got. I noticed that the shop tab is not up. I guess they're not selling anything right now. But surely we got the loot box, right? Inventory. That may be stronger than what we had. There's a lot of different types of shields here. Maybe it already auto-opened the box, because I don't remember picking all this up. Well, let's go to our loadouts. Purified Gulenite. That's what that icon is. God only knows what we're going to do with that.
Let's get some wheels.
So you can get a good up-close look at your gun there, no matter what it is. And then you go to enhance it. And we've got the salvage to do so. So let's do it. Oh, and so we can put as much in as we want out of that. That's not exactly what I meant to do. That is a light machine gun, so we're going to use the light machine gun stuff. Because I think if you don't use the specific salvage, it's not really much to your advantage. So let's upgrade it. Looks like the damage went down. Weird. Something else might have gone up, though. Because I believe what they were talking about is that when you buff these things, it's not exactly like a monkey's paw thing or anything, but it will give a lot in one area, but take in another a little bit. The mag went to 85. I don't believe we had 85 shells in that gun, did we? I have to go back and look. Okay, so what did that not take? I mean, did we not do that? Okay. And it's not sticking. You know, could have something to do with the beta. I don't know. But the upgrade isn't sticking that I'm trying to do to it. But anyway, that's basically how it's going to work when it does. And as far as my loot pack, I believe you used to go under the shot tab to do that. Or the shop tab, and that's not open for business. So, not sure how that's going to work. I'm going to change back to our pistol that we had. I would really like to enhance that if possible. Let's see if that takes. Pistol salvage. Put it all in there. So 477, 24, 10, 22. I don't know what, if anything, that did. I don't know. Maybe it's not doing anything right now. But it was worth a look. I'm viewing this gun and I can't see it. It's so good I can't see it. I can't see any of the guns right now. Again, it's a beta. There's going to be some quirkiness here and there. It's pretty functional for a beta. I have no doubt when this thing gets fully up and running, we're going to have something really, really awesome to work with. But it seems strange that I can't open up my dadgum pack. I don't even have one. Where would I go to get it if I did? Well, let's look at shields now, because we got a bunch of shields. Okay, that's... Who's screaming? I didn't want to change it. I wanted to look at what we had and compare them. That has a health regeneration buff on it, so that's pretty off the hook. That might be the best out of all we've got. But ideally, the one with the shield regeneration is better, because you're not going to need health regeneration if you don't ever lose any. But man, yeah, that's got armor durability. Why am I in 2 again? I didn't switch to that. Frickin' turd. This shield's not even showing a dadgum. Maybe that's not what that is. Maybe it's not one. Who the hell knows? So many different things. So much new stuff we gotta learn. That has the best durability, and then plus 10% armor durability. That might be good to run, because I bet when we get that sucker in there, yeah, it buffs it a little bit, so that might be a good one to run. Possibilities are endless. There is just too much. And I mean that in the best way possible. So yeah, that was a great look at the PS4 Beta gameplay of Defiance 2050. Hope you guys had as much fun as I did. I hope everybody in here is going to drop a like, and I hope everybody that's watching that hasn't already done so is going to subscribe. If you like watching people play games, beta gameplay, launch titles day one, unboxing large collector's editions, yard sale findings and scavenging, any of the aforementioned, because you know that we're going to do a lot of the above right here on the Emceemur show. Hoping that you're enjoying all this content even more each and every subsequent time. Have you ever played this game? Did you buy this game? Of course you didn't buy this game. The game's free, but you go to the store and you ask for the game. You actually buy the game at GameStop for $3. If they have the game, you go in there and you pay $3 for the game. You're okay, but you pay $3 for the game, and don't you get the box and manual of the game, and you're glad when you got home and you open the game and you're glad when you got it and you weren't mind that you paid $3 for it. You put it in, your friend actually buy it. Your friend go to a store and buy it. Your friend go to the store and pay $3 for it, like you do when you went to the store and pay $3 for it. You go to your friend's house to play the game, and you're glad that you came over and you buy it. You over for dinner, but you decided you were hungry before you play the game. What did you tell you were going to have for dinner before you got to dinner when you play the game? Did you actually enjoy the dinner that you had with your friend before you had dinner with your friend? Decided to play the game with your parents? Okay, if you came over to his house and ate dinner with your friend, what did they tell you were going to have when you go to dinner? You have dinner with your friends. Your parents actually okay that you keep over there? Were they okay with them? If you decide to spend the night, you can have a little bit more time to play the game with your friend when you woke up the next morning before you went home after playing games with your friend. Let me know what you think in the comment section about all of the aforementioned, because you know that I love getting a conversation with you each and every time on the Emceemur show. Woo! I should get a shot in the buttocks more often. I will see each and every one of you again next time.